Golden Tigers fans, get ready. It's time for buckets, blocks, spills, thrills, steals, and slams. Thunder! Tuskegee basketball is next on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Now, let's go courtside with the call. Here's Charles Ward.
And we are live at the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex on the campus of Edward Waters University, getting set for Golden Tigers basketball on the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Glad you could join us on the road here from Jacksonville this afternoon. And we're live in the Alabama Department of Public Health pregame show as the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee get set to meet the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters in women's basketball. Men's action to follow. Golden Tigers under head coach Deontay Wester. They come into today's ball game with a 5-7 mark overall and 2-3 in the SIAC, and they come into this ball game with back-to-back wins, propelling their sails. Wins against Allen and Savannah State as they get set to make the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, who won against Spring Hill, as they get set for afternoon action here from Jacksonville, Florida. The Tigers of Edward Waters, they come in second in the East. They were predicted to finish fourth in the pregame rankings for the teams, and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee right now in sixth in the West. With the back-to-back wins, they have momentum looking to climb in the standings on the west side of the SIAC. This afternoon's ball games will be the sixth meeting between these teams, dating back to 2002. Tuskegee, during that time, has never lost to the Tigers of Edward Waters, and hope that will stay true here this afternoon. 5-0 lead for Tuskegee, 5-game win streak, of course, being undefeated during that time. Last time they met was in 2023 in December. Tuskegee won that one on a tight one, 64-62. And the first time they met, Tuskegee won that one 89-69. Interesting point about that ball game, it was played at the neutral site. And guess where the neutral site was? Epps Gymnasium at Clark, Atlanta. So Tuskegee with a 5-game lead over the Tigers of Edward Waters. Tuskegee coming into the ball game after winning against the Lady Tigers of Savannah earlier this week, 58-50. In that ball game, they shot 33% from the floor and an incredible job from the free throw line, 71%, 20 of 28 shooting in that ball game. That was really one of the differences in that ball game. Tuskegee with that high percentage from the free throw line. Savannah only shot 53% at 9 of 17. And for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, they out-rebounded Savannah on the boards, 44-35. They hope that that's the kind of thing that's going to carry over into this ball game this afternoon. Of note, Jasmine Manuel hit with her third double-double of the season in the ball game against Savannah State. She finished that contest with 12 points and 15 rebounds, so we'll see if she can continue to dominate the boards on the inside. That's what's set here from Jacksonville, Florida, from the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Golden Tigers on the road getting set to meet the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters in SIAC basketball. We're live in the Alabama Public Department of Health public pregame show, and glad you could join us here. When we get set to come back, we'll be joined by the head coach of the Golden Tigers, Deontay Wester. That's just ahead here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hey, Tuskegee fans, I'm Reginald Ruffin, Director of Athletics, and you are listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network. Go to you.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tigers Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery, elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes.
We're joined by head coach Keontae Wester of the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Coach, thanks for joining us in the pregame.
Thanks for having me.
Coming in with a lot of momentum, the winners over Savannah State on the road a couple days ago, now down in Florida and Jacksonville to contend with a team that's 7-3 in the Tigers of Edward Waters. Your thoughts going into this afternoon's ball game?
Same thing as the last two games. We just got to keep our composure and play our game and win the rebound wars and the turnover category. We got to limit our turnovers and just stay locked in and focus on the game plan.
A lot of players with a lot of impact in that last ball game against the Tigers of Savannah State. Actually, back-to-back wins for your squad. What was your message during the preseason or during the Christmas break that it seems to have energized this team coming into the second half of the season, looking at certainly that Savannah State ball game?
Just thinking about our goals from the start, what we set out to do, and just not looking too far ahead, but like I said, taking one game at a time. And if we could control what we could control, then we'll pretty much win the ball games every time.
This team in Edward Waters, they are rangy in terms of their size. What concerns you most about them? I know the quality of your play certainly is at the top of it, but anybody on their side standing out that you're going to have to pay particular attention to?
Yes, they got a couple of good shooters, and they're at home. Of course, they can knock down shots, so we got to be able to close out on their guards and limit them to running them off the three-point line and actually limit them to certain touches around the three-point area. So if we could just control that with hard closeout, make them take tough shots, we'll be okay.
Last ball game, our leading scorer, Brittany, not much in terms of contributions in terms of scoring, but prevalent on the floor nonetheless. But you got a lot of contributions from a lot of different players. Just seems like this team is really coming together now. Let's talk about some of this personnel that at this point may be surprising to us, but not necessarily surprising to you.
Well, like I said, the start of the season, I knew we do have a great team. It's just like you said, coming together, all of them, and having people not just focus on Brittany. We have multiple sources that can do it. They got to believe that they can and go ahead and show it. So I think just them sticking together and talking to each other and encourage each other and actually challenge each other more in practice have been a big plus.
Trying to make it 3 in a row here with a win over the Tigers of Edward Waters here on the road. Coach, good luck in the ball game. We'll talk to you afterwards.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Keontae Wester, Golden Tigers getting set to meet the Tigers of Edward Waters who are live here in Jacksonville. This is the Alabama Public Department of Health pregame show. Stay with us on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
STEM careers are one of the fastest growing fields, yet women of color comprise less than 10% of the workforce within these high-paying jobs. Tuskegee University is changing this. In 2018, we were awarded a grant from the National Science Foundation to develop computer science career awareness for young African American women. In 2019, we established the Campaign for Leadership and Excellence Scholarship. It provides future female engineers with financial support to pursue their educational goals. Today, Tuskegee continues to educate African American women in STEM fields, empowering them to pursue their chosen careers and providing the foundation they need to transform science, medicine, and technology. If a STEM career is in your future, explore what Tuskegee can offer you.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
What does education mean when you choose the top HBCU in Alabama?
So one of the things that's been most valuable for my experience at Tuskegee is being able to face challenges head on. I can definitely say here I've learned how to be an advocate for myself, how to speak up, and how to present my.
And we're back live inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex on the campus of Edward Waters University, getting set for Golden Tigers basketball. And you know us on GTSN. Glad you could join us here. Charles Ward in Jacksonville. Golden Tigers getting set to meet the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters University. Edward Waters at 7-3 and 4-2 in the SIAC. Let's take a look at our TNT fireworks starting lineups. We'll begin with the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. A couple of their key players out of the ball game this afternoon, which bodes well for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Starting 5 for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters will be Nakia Williams, the junior from Atlanta, 8.5 points per ball game for Williams. Simone Henshaw, she's fresh into that Edward Waters program, 7.6 points per ball game for her, had 6 points in their last contest. Tatum Hayes, a senior from Fort Myers, Florida, starts. She averages 2.6 points per ball game. Malaysia Brown, a senior from Arkansas, transferred from Philander Smith at 7.9 points per ball game and 3.4 rebounds. She'll be in the starting lineup. And Amani Williams, the senior from Portland, Oregon, she'll start with 7.4 points per ball game and 4.3 rebounds for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. So that's Williams, Henshaw, Hayes, Brown, and Harris, the 5 for head coach Eric Jackson. He's in his first season at Edward Waters here in Jacksonville. Now I'll take a look at the starting lineup, the TNT Fireworks starting lineup for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. A familiar one over the last couple of ball games. Heavy production from everybody in that starting rotation. The senior from Opelika, Alabama, LaDasia Hughley, will go at the point guard. 5.3 points per ball game for LaDasia, 2.3 assists per contest. Grad student Helani Cantone, she will be in the starting lineup at 10.4 points per ball game. And so will be Samaya Mackin, the junior from Columbus. Samaya at 6.5 points per contest. First team all-conference Brittany Boland, the grad student from Trophy Club, Texas, 11 points per ball game. She leads the team there. She will start. And in the middle, the grad student Jasmine Manuel. So it's Hughley, Cantone, Mackin, Boland, and Manuel, the 5 for head coach Ciante Wester. She's in her second season, assisted by Montel Jones and grad assistant Nadia Thorman-McKee. Set to begin action here at the Adams-Jenkins Community Music and Sports Complex. Manuel will be jumping on the inside. Basketball's tapped and controlled by Edward Waters. They will go left to right in this first period of play here on the road. And Tuskegee starting in that woman-to-woman defense early on. Tatum with the basketball for Edward Waters. Dumps it down low at the block. And underneath too far as Amani Harris got the basketball blocked off the bottom of the backboard, but it'll stay with them as Tuskegee touched it last on its way out. Tuskegee on the road in the crimson trunks and jerseys outlined in the gold. Numerals in gold and lettering there as well. Second shot opportunity here for the Tigers of Edward Waters on their end of the floor. They drop it down low to Harris. Harris misses on the inside. Missed on her second putback. And Jasmine Manuel gets her first rebound of the ball game. She had 15 in the last ball game. 12 points to get her third double-double of the season. Foul on extended. Shot blocked there as Manuel tried to get one there from the free throw line. Back quickly the other way is Williams for Edward Waters, and she's too far under the cylinder. And Tuskegee comes away with that errant shot. Just underway. First period action, no score. 8:56 remains. First period. Cantone trying to dump it inside to Jasmine. Jasmine on the inside on a blocking foul called on the inside. That first foul will go against Alasia Brown. So she picks up her first. That's team foul number 1 on Edward Waters. Non-shooting for TU, so they'll inbound it just left of the cylinder. Brittany to inbound it for Tuskegee. Half-court set, Cantone in the corner with a jump shot back of the iron, and the long rebound comes clear to Edward Waters. Brown with it in the front court. Hughley got in closely. They work it down in the corner. Jumper there. That one's knocked down. Nicely done there by Simona Henshaw. Henshaw with her first 2 of the ball game. 6 points, 8 rebounds in their win against Spring Hill for Henshaw. So Edward Waters with the early 2-0 lead. Jasmine with it, foul line for Tuskegee. On the move, Bowling. Brittany steps back across the floor, left side now to Cantone with the basketball. Alani works it left blank underneath the defense, and Cantone gets the first 2 for Tuskegee on the left side with a right hand push to get the lay-in. Tied at 2. Up top with the basketball is Williams. Now they give it to Henshaw. Down deep in the corner. They work it over to Brown. And she tries to go across the floor to Tatum and threw it out of bounds. So the turnover gives the basketball back to the Golden Tigers. Edward Waters averaging 18 turnovers per ball game, 10th in the conference in that category, as Hughley comes across the timeline now for Tuskegee. She'll work it left side to Cantone behind the arc. Samaya pops out. Now they're trying to work it down low. They got it to Jasmine. Jasmine turns softly but can't get the lay-in right side. Good execution there, just not able to finish. Tatum, half-court set now for Edward Waters. Gives it over to Henshaw. She works the paint. Mackin with her step for step. But my, oh my, Henshaw banked it at the front of the cylinder despite the good defensive work by Samaya. So Henshaw with 2 field goals for Edward Waters. They lead at 4-2. Cantone, top of the key now for Tuskegee. Back to Bowling. Double B, just 2 points in the last ball game. See if they can get her started early. Whistles. And a foul called here in a half-court set. They're going to call that foul against Brown. And Brown picks up. It's her second personal. And she'll have to come out of the ball game after picking that one up. Brown, 7.9 points per ball game and 3.4 rebounds. An early exit here, picking up 2 personals. Half-court set for TU now. Bowling with the basketball. Tuskegee going right to left on your listening dial. Cantone on the move now. Inside the paint, jumper, right side. Hamani left that short, and the rebound cleared inside by Edward Waters. On the floor now, Tania Powers, the senior for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters. She handles the basketball in the absence of Brown, who got the 2 personals. On the turn, up top, Henshaw. Mackin all over her. Underneath, and a blocking foul called down at the baseline. Samaya will be guilty of that foul, but a good defensive start for her on that penetration. So that'll send Henshaw to the line to shoot. 15 of 28 from the free throw line for her starting in today's play. Edward Waters 4th in the SIAC at 70% shooting from the line. Henshaw got the roll on the first. All 5 of Edward Waters' points coming from her early on here with 6 minutes, 16 seconds left in this first period of play. She connects them both from the line. And the lead is 6-2 for Edward Waters. Hughley, half-court set now for Tuskegee. She'll pound it left side, Cantone behind the arc. She'll work off of a screen by Mackin. Now back over to Hughley. At the block to Samaya. They throw it away and threw it in too deep. Henshaw was able to tap it over to Tatum. And Edward Waters with the basketball. Williams, the junior from Atlanta, handles out front. Cantone guarding right side and got all the way through. Manuel tried to come for backside help, but she was a bit too late, and Williams got that lay-in for Edward Waters. So they enjoy an 8-2 lead after that basket. Boland out front now. Trying to work off of a screen by Manuel. Foul on extended jumper there. Brittany Hart on the shot. Jasmine got the rebound, put back left side, and she's good for Tuskegee. So Jasmine with that field goal makes it 8-4. Half court set for Edward Waters. Behind the arc is Williams. Boland took it away for Tuskegee. Now it's loose on the floor. Nice diving hustle there by Brittany Boland. And the foul called in the half court set for Tuskegee. Brittany chasing that basketball down, gave all on that one. And Williams over the top, rolling over her, commits the foul. So Williams picks up that foul, and we come to our first media timeout here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. 4:54 remains first period. Edward Waters with an 8-4 lead. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Billy Knight, former general manager of the Atlanta Hawks, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
Golden Tigers 2 of 7 from the floor, 28% shooting at this point. Edward Waters 3 of 8 at 38% shooting. First couple of minutes already gone by here in this first period of play. Conference action between these squads. Tuskegee coming in at 5 and 7 overall. And 2 and 3 in the SIAC. Edward Waters at 7 and 3. And they are 4 and 2 in conference play. Second in the East for them. After the timeout, Cantone to inbound for Tuskegee. Boland will handle it out front. Trying to get it inside to Jasmine if they can. Now they'll work at the other side of the floor. Samaya sets the screen on Tatum. Back out to Cantone. Jasmine calling for it on the inside. Halani inside underneath the defense. Got it to the cylinder, and Cantone scores. Tough basket on the inside. That's an Alabama power point in the paint there by Halani. She had to really work to get that one. A couple of moves on the inside and got free for the lay-in. So Tuskegee cuts the deficit to 8-6. Entry pass batted away by Samaya. Leads to a run out. Hughley left side. Cantone thought about the three. Now gives it up top to Samaya instead. Boland on the weave up top. Tuskegee can tie it with a basket here. Cantone whistles inside the paint. And they're going to get Samaya on the inside. So Samaya's picked up her second personal. And that will bring on the services to Sine Bobbitt. So Samaya with her second personal with 4:08 remaining in the first half. So we'll see Sine Bobbitt, the senior from Killeen, Texas, for the first time in the basketball game. Bobbitt, 4.4 points per ball game and 2.4 rebounds. Half-court set now. They work it on the inside, swinging through the inside. That's nicely done there by Amani Harris to get the basket as she rolled inside the paint. That's her first field goal. And it's a 10-6 lead for Edward Waters. Boland, half-court set, working off of a screen by Sine. Across the floor now to Cantone. Danielle Bolton on the floor as well, and a whistle and a half-court set. Foul out front by the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Call that foul against Nakia Williams. So Williams picks up her second personal. She's got two personals, so does Alasia Brown. The significance of this is this team in Edward Waters came in a bit shorthanded. They didn't have the service as their leading scorer, Maya Morrell. The juniors out in today's ball game, and so it's Blessed Dillingham and Kashawn Bryson. So Tuskegee, if they can get these other players into some early foul trouble, that will really work well for them. Tatum squares for three, missed on the shot. Harris got the rebound, though. She'll go to the glass and missed on the shot on the other side of the cylinder. Bobbitt there for the rebound. LaDeja, half-court set. She'll fire a three, crease the rim. But Edward Waters coming back the other way after the missed shot. We're down to 3:06 remaining in this first period of play. Tuskegee trailing at 10-6 to the Tigers of Edward Waters. Women's action, men to follow. Half-court set. They work it inside to Harris. She'll slide the floor, threw it down in the corner. Mackin had it on a takeaway, but lost it out of bounds. They were trying to get it down in the corner to Deja Scorza, the freshman. But Samaya right there just not able to pull it in. Cantone takes a seat now as Alexandria Johnson, the senior from Little Rock, makes her first play on the floor. Tatum travels with the basketball for Edward Waters, and Tuskegee goes back the other way. Alexandria Johnson, the senior from Little Rock, 6.5 points per ball game, really came into her own against the ball game against Savannah State. 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Coach Wester pleased with her performance, looking to see if she can't get some of that same result here in Jacksonville that she got in Savannah. Across the floor now, Johnson with the basketball. Zone defense for Edward Waters. 11 to shoot for Tuskegee. Boland behind the arc now. Tuskegee nowhere near the cylinder. Down in the corner, firing the jumper there for 3. That one's off the mount by Hughley, but a rebound by Sine. Sine is tough on the inside, and she's fouled on the attempted putback. Good work there by Bobbitt at the block. Call that foul on the inside on Nakia Williams. Williams has picked up her third. Boy, that's a big break there for Tuskegee. Williams at 8.5 points per ball game and 3.3 rebounds. Leads them in block shots with 5. Early foul trouble for her. And Tuskegee, see if they can't take advantage of her being off the floor. Bobbitt sinks them both from the line for Tuskegee. Makes it a 10-8 ball game. So Williams with 3. Alasia Brown on the bench with 2. Actually, Brown back out on the floor now. Tatum in the left corner. They got her free, and Tatum hits a 3-pointer there for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. So her first field goal makes it 13-8. Left side, Johnson with the basketball. Across the floor to Boland. They kick it in the corner now. Hughley back up top. Tatum and Boland with the 3-point shot. She missed on the backside. Brown with the rebound. A correction, Williams with it for Edward Waters. The senior from Arkansas works it out front. Whistles and a foul call. This one again against Brown. So she has picked up 3. So Alasia Brown with 3 and Nakia Williams with 3 for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Good defensive work by Tuskegee. Alyssa Green-White, the junior from Hyattsville, Maryland, out on the floor now for Coach Wester and Tuskegee. Johnson works it right side with a pass to Boland behind the arc. That zone defense for Edward Waters has been effective so far. Across the floor now, Johnson handles. Bounce pass, Hughley. Floater to the glass. Hughley can't convert, but it's loose on the floor. Boland got it. Brittany inside, pushes back. Bobbitt for 3. Back of the iron for Sine. Rebound down at the block by Scorza. And here comes Edward Waters, and we go down to 44 seconds left, first period of play. Tuskegee trailing 13-8. Half court set. Bowers with it out front for Edward Waters. They try to dump it down low. They got it at the block right where they want it, but a whistle there. On the turn was Henshaw. It was a mismatch down inside the paint against Alexandria. But Alexandria commits the foul, and that'll send Henshaw to the line to shoot for Edward Waters. So she'll be shooting 2 here. Edward Waters early on, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Talked to Coach Wester about this in the pregame, that this team is tall. The Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, as Henshaw missed the first. Monty Harris, who just departed, she stands at 6'3". And a couple of other players at 6 feet plus, as a second spinner from the line is good by Henshaw to make it 14-8. 19 seconds left first half. Entry pass at the block to Bobbitt. It was batted around, and Edward Waters took it away. They have a chance to score before the buzzer here to end the first period of play. Bowers backpedals. 6 to shoot now. Jumping up hugely on the defensive board. Bowers inside. Travel violation there against the Lady Tigers with 1.5 remaining in this first period. So Tuskegee with a chance to heave one here as the Lady Tigers are backing up fully. Bolden will get it and let it bounce as close as she can to the free throw line. Mid-strike, she got it, picked it up and fired, and missed on the bank shot. Tuskegee with a look there to come to the end of the first period. At the end of one, it's the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters with a 14-8 lead over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Take a timeout. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Into the second period we go here from the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex on the Edward Waters campus. We're live from Jacksonville, Florida on GTSN. Golden Tigers start the second period trailing 14-8, but they'll have the basketball to get things started. Alessa Green-White will inbound it just in front of our broadcast table. Tuskegee going right to left on your listening device. Cantone back out on the floor. Alexandra Johnson out there. Brittany Boland. Sanae Bobbitt. And Green-White, the 5 for head coach Wester to start the second period. Zone defense for Edward Waters has forced Tuskegee behind the perimeter. Across the floor to Cantone. 10 to shoot now for Tuskegee. Boland, deep 3 for Brittany. Can't find the range, and the long rebound is run down by Amani Harris. Bowers across the timeline now for Edward Waters. Edward Waters won against Spring Hill over the weekend, 55-43. As Harris spins inside the paint to the cylinder and turns and gets the basket. She's got 2 field goals. Tuskegee's going to have to find an answer to her because she's setting up deep inside the paint. With her height at 6'3", Tuskegee with nobody to contend with her at this point. Alessa Green, White runs it and dribbles it right into traffic, and here comes Bowers back the other way. Lead behind for Tatum in the corner and knocks down a 3-pointer for Edward Waters. That's a good transition basket there for Edward Waters, and it forces a timeout by Coach Wester. Second 3-pointer of the ball game for Tatum Hayes, and that makes it a 16-8 lead for Edward Waters. And Coach Wester knows it's time to stop play for just a moment. That transition basketball favoring the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. As you take a look at our Alabama Department of Public Health in-game stats, Tuskegee perfect from the line. Trouble is on the other side of the floor, though. Edward Waters 7 of 14, 50% shooting. Most of those shots are them coming on the inside, enabling them to get this early lead. And the 2 3-point shots by Hayes out in the corner, same spot almost, has allowed them to build a 16-8 lead here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports Music Complex at Edward Waters. Turnovers, 5 for Tuskegee, 6 for Edward Waters. And Tuskegee yet to get out in transition. Having some difficulty with that zone defense of Edward Waters in the half-court set. Just not allowing them to take advantage of the quickness versus the height of the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Tuskegee winners over Allen University before the end of the first half of the season. Picked up their first win of the second half against Savannah over the weekend, 58-50. Trying to see if they can't stretch it to 3 in a row. Early action here. Trailing 16-8 to Edward Waters. After the timeout, Bolin will handle. Manuel back out on the floor for Tuskegee, trying to see if she can't provide some kind of answer to Harris on the inside. Alexandria with the basketball over to Bolin. Back to Cantone. Halani on the move at the baseline. Slots it back to Bolin. 16 to shoot. Back out front now. Alexandria Johnson lost it on the floor on the cross dribble. Bolin trying to save it. And the basketball over to Edward Waters. So Alexandria a little bit too tight on that play in the corner. Got it too close to where Bolin was, so that allowed the defense to kind of collapse on both of them. And the turnover sends it back to Edward Waters now. 8:22 left before halftime. Powers out front now for the Lady Tigers. Bounce pass. Back out on the floor is Henshaw. Down at the block, Harris. Missed on that shot on the left side of the perimeter. Rebound comes clear to Bolin. Whitney, quick step right side. Pushes to Alexandria on the left side of the floor. Now back to Cantone. Bobbitt pops a three-pointer. Front of the iron on the shot for Sine. And Edward Waters back the other way. 7:50 left. First half of play. Edward Waters with the basketball and a 16-8 lead. Bowers out front. Alexandria Johnson guarding her defensively. Bowers slides left side all the way down in the corner. Now dumped it back inside and threw it away. Sine collects that basketball for Tuskegee. And we go back the other way. Johnson, top of the key. Bounce pass inside Bobbitt at the glass. May got the spin of the fall for Tuskegee. Golden Tigers needed a basket that time, and they got it on the inside. The bounce pass there from Alexandria Johnson. She'll get the assist as Bobbitt got the lay-in. Sine with 4 points in this first half. We're down to 7:05 remaining in it. Tuskegee trailing 19-10 to Edward Waters. Bowers out front, lost it momentarily. Now regains over to Henshaw. Tatum down in the corner, picked up immediately by Bobbitt. Now Harris fires a bullet down at the block. Got it there to Perry. Perry just on the floor and can't convert on the inside. Perry at 6'1" for Edward Waters. Lead behind out front now. Alexandria, top of the key. Jasmine over to Bolin. Bolin got space, jumper, foul line. Brittany knocks it down for Tuskegee. Her first field goal of the ball game. Got to get her going. She'll make it 19-12 after that field goal, her first of the contest. Tuskegee showing that zone defense. As Bowers works it out front. She'll slide left side, entry pass in too tight. But Cantone took it away for Tuskegee. Alani, left side, back out front. And Tatum Hayes able to step into the passing lane and get the turnover. Got the basketball right back for Edward Waters. 5:50 remains first half. Bowers pounding the rock right side. On the weave whistle, travel violation. Tatum Hayes too fast that time. Took some steps before she dribbled, so the turnover sends it back to Tuskegee now. Golden Tigers with a chance to cut into the lead as trip down the floor. 7 turnovers for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and 8 for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Cantone out front with the basketball for Tuskegee. Alani trying to work something right side of the floor. Bounce pass Bobbitt. She'll turn foul on extended and missed on the jumper. Open look, just did not find the cylinder. Back other way. Tatum Hayes knocks down another three. That's her third three-pointer of the ball game, and she's comfortable on there down in that left baseline. Bobbitt right side to the glass. And a blocking foul down low. Sine going to work at the block to draw that foul. They call the foul down low on Scarza against the Lady Tigers. So Scarza picks up her first team foul, first personal. And Bobbitt to the line for Tuskegee. Sine already with 4 points in the ball game coming off of the bench. Knocks down that first free throw to give her 5 overall. 22-12 lead for the Lady Tigers of Edwards Waters as Bobbitt hit the second. A lot of that coming on the 3-3-pointers by Tatum Hayes, the senior from Fort Myers, transferred into Edward Waters from Bethune-Cookman University. Bowers out front now. She'll work it left side. Up top, losing the basketball. They got it inside to Quick, but she was not able to handle it. Boland, right side to the glass, and she'll get a lay-in and a blocking foul. Good work there by Brittany on the transition. Wind Creek Casino fast break lay-in there for Tuskegee as Brittany led that break after the turnover, and she got the lay-in, and she's going to the line. And looks like what they're going to do is wave that off. And they're going to give her the basket, but no shooting. They say that looks like they're going to say that Boland committed that contact after she got the lay-in. So that'll make it 22-14, but Boland picks up the personal instead. Down in the corner. 3-point shot there. That one's off the mark. Badly there by Scorza. They tie it up down at the left block. Trinity Layton out on the floor for Tuskegee. They call a jump ball there, and the arrow favors Edward Waters their end of the floor. .427. I think Edward Waters realized that the call went in their favor. They were late to inbound it, but now Hayes set to do that. Got it into play to Quick. Now they throw the basketball out of bounds on trying to turn it across the floor, and Tuskegee takes over. 4:22 left first half. Tuskegee trailing at 22-14. Cantone, top of the key. Lost the dribble, left side Boland. Entry pass, Alexandria jumper, foul line. Alexandria Johnson is true for Tuskegee with her first field goal. Nice square up there. Good pass from Brittany Boland. She'll get the assist. Johnson with the first jumper to make it 22-16. 3:55 left first half. Henshaw scores a shot rejected there. Wind Creek Casino. Yellowwood block shot there by Cantone. Going back the other way. Good job by her. Now Cantone squares for 3 to finish. Front of the iron and top of the cylinder. Back over to Edward Waters. A couple of substitutions out on the floor for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters. Harris back out there. And coming back out is Leah Perry as well. Perry at 6'1", and Harris listed at 6'3". It's a big front line for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters. Bowers across the timeline for Edward Waters. They lead it 22-16. Hughley back out on the floor for Tuskegee. Henshaw trapped out front. Basketball taken away by Johnson. Up the floor to LaDeja. She'll run the floor right side. LaDeja got the lay-in. Good lead pass there from Alexandria Johnson, and Hughley able to finish on a Wind Creek Casino Montgomery fast break layup for Tuskegee. They cut the deficit to 22-18 after the flyaway. 3 minutes remains first half. Bowers up top for Edward Waters. Now to Hayes. She'll go on the move, right side jumper there. Yellowwood block shot once again. This one blocked out of bounds by Trinity Layton, coming in at the back of that play. Good recovery there by Layton to get that block. 8 to shoot for Edward Waters. They inbound it to Perry. Harris at the block. She missed on the shot. Rebound cleared at the base by Jasmine. Up the floor to LaDeja. Over to Layton, right side. Trinity at the block. Tried to bank it. And a whistle down low. Travel violation against Layton instead. Trinity trying to collect herself right at the block. After the pass from Hughley. Turned it over instead, so Edward Waters with it now with 2:33 remaining before the break. They lead it 22-18. Powers takes time here, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll penetrate right side. Now all the way through to the glass, missed on the shot, but the rebound on the putback. Harris just too strong on the inside. Got an easy lay in there. She's got 6. Hughley out front. They work it to the foul line to Layton. Over to Cantone. Halani squares for 3. Front of the iron. Missed on the shot. Rebound and a backcourt foul there by Alexandria Johnson. So Johnson's picked up that foul. That's her second. And in the backcourt, Bowers to inbound it for Edward Waters. Johnson takes a seat. Boland back out. Minute 42 left, first half. Tuskegee has trailed all the way in this basketball game so far. Harris on the move. Hughley took it away for Tuskegee. Good defensive work by LaDeja. Got it off of the floor from Harris. Hughley looking right side. Top of the key to Cantone instead. Alani back to LaDeja. Fly by on the defense. Got some space with a jumper. Missed there. Rebound. Layton got it for Tuskegee. Back to LaDeja. And another look here for Tuskegee. With 71 seconds remaining. In the corner. Hughley looking for a cutter. She'll go all the way through the paint. Had it tapped at the bottom of the cylinder. Back the other way on a run out is Hayes. Head fake. Past the defense, and she got the lay-in. She's got 11 in this first half. Tuskegee with a chance. The last trip down the floor, but just too far underneath the cylinder. And the run-out lay-in makes it 26-18 for Edward Waters. Entry pass, Jasmine, over to Hughley. Cantone, left side. Back to LaDeja. 8 to shoot. Lee behind, Layton. Trinity in the corner. Got space, jumper, Layton. Missed on the shot. Rebound, fought for. Hughley got a hand on it, but she knocked it out of bounds. And it'll stay with Edward Waters. 21 seconds left in the first half. Edward Waters with a chance to close with a field goal. They lead it 26-18. Bowers takes their time coming across the timeline. 10 to shoot. See if they'll try to set something for Tatum Hayes on the outside. She's already hit 3 3-pointers. Head fake there. Running jumper foul line. Missed on the shot. And that will end the first half of play. They were trying to set the play for Tatum Hayes, who finished that first half with 11 for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. So at the break, they lead the Golden Tigers 26-18. We're live from the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex at Edward Waters. More basketball just ahead on GTSN after the timeout.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
I am Deborah Rogers, Deputy Chief Athletic Director, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Tuskegee didn't start off as a big campus. It started off in a small shack in the back of a church. The focus was always to build the community up. We share in a culture together that it's kind of hard to explain. You gotta live it, you gotta enjoy it. It's the HBCU experience. It's nothing short than beautiful. So my name is Dia Hunter. I am an assistant professor of construction management here at Tuskegee. The students make the institution special. You're gonna deal with students that are brilliant, students who have a mind for construction. They bring diverse backgrounds, diverse ways of life. I love sharing this with students. I love giving them the tools that they need in order to be great at it.
Just because we're at HBCU doesn't mean our education is different. Don't get me wrong, we have different values and traditions and culture and things like that. So we're gonna have different outlooks, different understandings on things, and that makes for a better company is diverse minds. I am Kaylin Parham, a graduating senior construction science and management major, hailing from the Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama. And to be a part of Tuskegee University's construction science and management program is to be a part of history. In this field, I'm underrepresented. I'm a Black woman, so obviously it's not gonna be a lot of people like me, and that's okay because we're still working for diversity, but the part that I would like to see more is the inclusion part. So yes, you have a Black girl here and an Asian guy there, but do they feel comfortable in this environment? Do they feel like they're actually a part of the team? Let's start with HBCUs and coming here and getting to know our students and our programs. You'll see that not only are we coming with the knowledge that you need us to have, but we also have some different perspectives you might not have.
We have to give back. Everybody counts or nobody counts, and that's got to be part of leadership. By Procore taking the lead on this scholarship program and partnering with AGC as a Grand Slam home run. Well, I'm Bob Bowen, chairman and founder of Bowen Engineering. We can make a real difference in our industry, in our community, in our society. We're a better place to go than Tuskegee or the other HBCUs.
The Lifting the Veil of Ignorance statue represents Booker T. Washington telling all the slaves what they can be in the world. Today, I think the Lifting the Veil statue represents what we're showing the world. Hey, we got great students that can produce great work in all disciplines. HBCUs produce top students. My name is Dr. Shauna L. Rogers. I'm associate professor at Tuskegee University. Right now, diversity is what we need in this country. Specifically construction, we're running out of workers. The more that we are open to diversity, the more we're open to giving these students chances, it'll make everything better. Hey, we're here. It's 11 HBCUs that offer construction science, construction management. All 11 have great students. All 11 are well prepared. You just gotta give them a chance.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities, healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Coca-Cola. Real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen. Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant. We're all about good vibes.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game. Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Are you looking for education that leads to career success and something more? We are Tuskegee University, one of the nation's top-ranked HBCUs. We believe in education to fulfill your purpose. Here, you work hard because you dream harder. By pursuing your purpose, you will make a difference. Are you ready for something big? Let's get started.
We are back live here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex on the campus of Edward Waters University. Women's action at the break. Tuskegee trailing at 26-18 to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. A little bit of work for them to do in the second half of play. Getting set for men's action to follow on the Golden Tiger Sports Network. We're joined as usual at the break of the women's contest by head coach Benji Taylor. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, glad to be here. It's hard for me to, sorry I wasn't looking at the camera, but my guys are getting some shots up, man, so I'm coaching right now.
I hear you.
I'm glad to be here, Charles. How you doing?
Hey, doing real good. So how was the trip?
Duval.
Right, Duval. There you go. Yeah, one of my best friends from Jacksonville. That's how they say it. Duval.
Macon. That's what we screaming tonight.
I hear you.
Macon.
That's right. Don't forget that county, right? How was the trip over from Savannah?
It was smooth. It was good. We got some bad weather coming, but it's surprisingly warm today.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, so, we had such a bad shoot-around time. They wanted to shoot around at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we wound up going to the parking lot. We did our shoot-around. We did our stretch and got some work in and did the scouting report in the parking lot.
Okay. Well, what's the scouting report telling you? How do you beat this team?
Well, we have to handle the pressure. They're long. We can't have live ball turnovers. We got to compete on the glass, and we got to defend at a high level. They are a hard-driving, get-downhill team, and we're going to have to do a good job today of taking away their first move and getting help on the second move. What I mean by that is, once they shot fake, they go right, we got to cut them off and make them make a second move. On the second move, it's got to be help. If you let them get to their first move, they're pretty good. They're better at that than most teams we played against.
So we'll see how that fares defensively for the Golden Tigers this afternoon. You're coming to this ball game back-to-back wins. I know this was an important one for you on that road swing to kind of at least get a break until the Lemoyne Bowl game over the weekend. So coming into this ball game, you talked about your strategy going into it. What are you going to be looking for early on from your troops? Going to let you know that rhythm is still there for what we've seen the last couple of games.
This is I think this happens a lot for us this year for some reason, but they didn't play Saturday. So,
Sure.
I think most teams we play this year, we go to them, they don't have another game. So, we have to make sure that we have our legs. That was a pretty physical, tough game the other night. We got to make sure we have our legs, and we got to get deep into our bench in the first half and get some good minutes out of those guys and just get out here with hopefully a half a point win.
Half a point.
Half a point. There is such a thing. I'll take a half a point right now and get back on the bus as soon as the latest game over and go home.
I got you on that, Coach.
Yes. So it's going to be a tough game.
Well, we'll be looking forward to the outcome for the Golden Tigers. Good luck, Coach. We'll see you after the ball game with the win.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. Safe trip back to you.
Yes, sir, brother. Okay. Head Coach Vince Taylor as the men get set for action right after the women's contest here on the campus of Edward Waters University. Golden Tigers going to be going for their 5th conference win. They're right now 4-2 in SIAC play at an even 6-6. We'll see how that fares, but we still got another half of basketball left here. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee trailing at 26-18. We'll take a break and get you started for second half play here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Golden Tiger fans, this is Jordan Benson, your Sports Information Director, and thank you for listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go TU!
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Back live here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex on the campus of Edward Waters University at the intermission. Tuskegee trailing at 28-16 to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters as we take a look at our shot spot, our heat spot here. As you take a look at some of the field goals that are made, of those numbers that are square solid and with numbers in there indicate made shots. And Tuskegee not having a lot of those in this first half of play compared to what we've seen on the other end of the floor with the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. And Edward Waters, really, what they're doing is kind of bunching it up and getting a lot of baskets on the inside. As you take a look at the chart to the right of the screen, see they've gotten a couple of baskets on the inside, but it's been that hot hand of Tatum Hayes that's really given them that lead in terms of expanding it. She has 11 in that first half, and there you get a better look at it there with where the shots were taken, the ones that are solid with numbers of made free throws, but you can see all of the shots that were made on both halves of the floor in the first half. The ones on the perimeter, just like you see on some of the weather charts, the further out and the lesser the color is, it's meaning they're not as hot in terms of hitting those shots. But as you get closer, you see the numbers on the inside where they were taken. That gives you a better picture of where things are taking place on the floor. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, what's taking place on the floor is that right now they're getting kind of manhandled on the inside with these taller players for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. On the inside, they're at 10 of 24 shooting at 41%. Tuskegee being forced out to that zone because of what Edward Waters is doing defensively, having to shoot from behind the perimeter. Have not been able to really convert. You see the three-point efforts by Tuskegee yet to hit a field goal from behind the arc. And 7 of 26 shooting in that first 20 minutes of play. Tuskegee with 9 turnovers, Edward Waters with 13. So we'll see what kinds of adjustments Coach Wester makes as we start the second half of play. For Tuskegee, they were led by Sine Bobbitt coming off the bench with 6 points. And it was Tatum Hayes leading all scorers in that first half with 11. She was 3 for 5 from behind the arc in the first 20. Tuskegee will have it first to start the third period. They go left to right in this third period of play here at Edward Waters. Zone defense continues for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters as Cantone comes up top for Tuskegee. Now across the floor to Hughley. Samaya Mackin out on the floor, but Deja slipped on the surface and she was tripped out front by Henshaw on that penetration right side. They called a foul wasn't on Henshaw, they called a foul on Williams, and Williams right out of the block has picked up her fourth. It's Mackin down at the block on the inside, and Samaya with her first field goal of the ball game. So Williams with 4 after that personal. She'll have to come out again for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters. See if Tuskegee can take advantage of it. Right now they trail by 6. Start of the third period. On a weave, Williams gives it up top to Henshaw. Now Hayes handles out front. Tried to dump it down at the block and she beat the defense again down there. Missed on the first shot, but going back and getting her own rebound is Harris. And she got a putback. She missed on that shot, but she'll be going to the line. They call the foul on the inside on Hughley. That's her first. And Tuskegee trying to give Harris some different looks down at the block, but Harris able to get that rebound on her first missed opportunity and got a second chance. So she's at the line shooting now. Missed on the first. Second on the way, missed that one as well. The long rebound cleared by Hughley. And Tuskegee back the other way, trailing by 6. Cantone behind the arc left side. Tuskegee left to right in the third period. Hughley handles right side. Mackin turns toward the rack. 12 to shoot. Cantone back to Hughley. She'll push a three-pointer. Missed on the shot. Rebound to Tatum. Lost it momentarily on the floor, but Hayes able to collect it. And over to Bowers. Bowers across the timeline. Hughley guarding her. 8:37 left in the third. Just underway here on GTSN third period of play. Henshaw pops out, got space on the jumper, missed on the shot. Rebound controlled by Bolin and Tuskegee. Brittany across the timeline. Facing that zone defense. Hughley surveys. Top of the key, Cantone. Alani got some space, pushes back to Bolin. Now Mackin left corner. Samaya with the jumper, front of the iron. Rebound, Jasmine missed on the putback, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for Tuskegee. Jasmine finally able to get some good inside positioning on the inside against Harris. They call that foul on Bowers instead. And she'll pick up her first. Jasmine from the line hit the first free throw. She's got 3 in the ball game. Jasmine missing on the second. She'll make it 26-21 after hitting the first free throw. Still out on the floor. Elijah Brown is out there playing with 3. She'll scoop the lay in right side. Missed on the shot. Cantone got a rebound for Tuskegee. Outlet pass, Mackin, right side. Samaya too deep on the cylinder. And the basketball over to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Tuskegee had the run out that time. Samaya ran under the basketball en route to the cylinder, but somehow lost her timing underneath the basket and just missed underneath the cylinder with that lay-in. So the basketball back over to Edward Waters with 7:40 remaining in the third period. They lead by 5. They led by as many as 11. Harris with a jumper from out front, top of the cylinder. Basketball over to Tuskegee on the shot outside by Harris. Now Edward Waters showing full court pressure. It's Coach Jackson trying to change things up a bit here. Hughley across the timeline now for TU. Up to Cantone. Right side Bolin. Free. Didn't take the 3 though. Hughley circles, foul on extended over to Bolin. In the corner, Cantone behind the arc for 3. Back of the iron. Rebound fought for. It's loose on the floor. Bowers clears for Edward Waters. She'll push it right side to Tatum Hayes. Back inside, Harris. Harris to the glass. And a whistle down low and a foul on the lay-in. They'll count the lay-in by Harris. And they'll credit the foul on the inside against Tuskegee. Call that foul on Hughley on the inside. That's her second. Harris with the lay-in. She's got 8. Now she's at the line. And she got the free throw there. She'll make it 29-21 after the free throw. Hughley across the timeline for Tuskegee. Entry pass batted around and almost stolen, but Bobbitt comes away with it. Boland in the corner with a jumper, and Brittany can't convert. Sine with another rebound. Hughley back to Bobbitt. Sine on the move, now pushes back to LaDeja. Boland trying to shake at the baseline. She takes a tumble, and she dribbled on the inbound line. Tuskegee pressing just a little bit on the offensive end. That turnover at the baseline gives it back over to Edward Waters with a 29-21 lead. Brown on the floor, handling it out top for the Lady Tigers. Works it over to Hayes. Top of the key to Bowers now. Shot clock at 10 for Edward Waters. Bowers on the move, right side, floated on the glass, and she's good. Tuskegee playing a lot of arm defense versus moving the feet, and Bowers got an easy lay in the paint as a result. Lead to 10 now for Edward Waters. They led by many as 11 in the first half. Boland back to Bobbitt. Bobbitt for 3. That shot looks off, and it is off. Rebound fought for. And it will stay with Tuskegee on their end of the floor. They call that foul on the inside on Henshaw. Henshaw has picked up her first. And Tuskegee will have a look right of the cylinder with Boland to inbound it. Entry pass, Cantone. Milani turns with the jumper in the paint, can't find the iron. Good look there by Tuskegee on the inside. Last couple of trips down the floor, just not able to convert the basket. They trail with 5:32 remaining in this third period. And a push and a lay in there and a foul at the baseline on Boland. Edward Waters with a 31-21 lead, and Brittany's picked up that foul at the base. That's her second. And that will send Alasia Brown to the line to shoot for Edward Waters. So Edward Waters showing a couple of things here in this ball game. One, that they certainly are bigger and on the inside and able to muster and take control of the paint, but they are showing that they are just as quick on the outside with their guard play. So at the line, Brown to shoot. Brown looking for her first point of the ball game. Missed on that first free throw. .9 points per ball game. And 1 of 2 from the free throw line that trip, and she got the second. That's her first point of the contest. Lead back to 11. Cross court pass, stolen away. Dangerous pass by Tuskegee. They did not get away with it. Edward Waters with the basketball. Henshaw in the corner. Up top with Perry with the basketball. She bumped into Bowers, but now Bowers controls the basketball out front. Alexandria Johnson out on the floor now. She'll work defensively against Bowers. Bowers cross dribble left side to the glass, missed on the shot. Perry got the rebound. Hughley got in to take it away from her. Got the pass free to Alexandria Johnson. She'll lead a break for Tuskegee now. Alexandria down in the corner. Cantone for 3. And Tuskegee has a lid on the basket right now. They got a backside rebound from Bobbitt. She had it stripped away from her. And here comes Edward Waters back the other way. Brown slide pass to Perry, trying to catch up with it now. She will, as they will reset their offense out front. We go down to 4:24 left in this third period of play. And on the push, left side. Now a blocking foul called at the block there against Hughley. LaDeja trying to get in front of Elijah Brown, but not able to get there soon enough. So Brown's going to the free throw line, but she'll do that after the media timeout here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Tuskegee trailing at 32-21 to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. More basketball ahead on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Brown, class of 1986, president of Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Home, where you hang out with friends, do homework, relax, explore, where you can be yourself. Come home to Tuskegee University. Get the education that changes lives, including your own.
32-21 lead for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Edward Waters, 12 of 31 shooting from the floor. 5 of 9 from the free throw line. From behind the arc, they've got 3 3-pointers from Tatum Hayes, shooting 43% from there. Leading in that rebounding category as well against Tuskegee. And Golden Tigers of Tuskegee suffering from the field at 8 of 36 shooting and yet to hit a 3-point basket. Lid has just been closed for Tuskegee at this point. And after the timeout, Brown will be at the line shooting free throws. Hughley committed that foul. And Elijah missing badly on that first free throw. That brings a chuckle from everybody out on the floor. And Brown missed them both from the free throw line. Rebound to Bobbitt, and Tuskegee back the other way. Got to get things going here. 4:12 remaining in the third. Boland to Cantone. Edward Waters has been content to stay in that zone defense all game long. Tuskegee has not been able to do anything, but what we see here, they turn it over again, trying to pass it on the inside. So the basketball back to Edward Waters now. Bowers out front. She'll work left side. Alexandria Johnson guarding defensively. Lee behind Henshaw for 3. Missed on the shot. Jasmine clears for Tuskegee. And here comes Cantone with a quick step right side across the timeline. Alani trying to get it to Bobbitt there, guarded by Henshaw. Pushes back out front, Alexandria Johnson. Johnson back to Cantone. Trying to work it inside to Manuel, and a foul on the inside. They'll call that foul on Perry for Edward Waters. And Perry's picked up her first. But coming back out now is Amani Harris for head coach Eric Jackson and Edward Waters. Boland looking to the inside. Pushes back out front to Alexandria Johnson. Cantone down in the corner. Got some space underneath. And a tunk of basket by Cantone. She was fouled at the block. So Helani with that extra step on the inside got some space, got free for that lay-in right side. So she's got 6 in the ball game, and the foul was called against Henshaw, and Henshaw's picked up her second personal. So see if that work on the inside by Cantone will get things started here for Tuskegee. 3:11 remains in the third. Tuskegee has not had a lead in this basketball game. Alani from the free throw line knocks down the free throw. 7 for her in the contest. That cuts the deficit to single digits. Henshaw across the timeline for Edward Waters. On the move at the block. Nice spinner by her, but lost control there. Cantone comes away with the Tuskegee 2-on-2 basketball. Alani now, jumper in the paint. Missed on the shot. Boland tried to connect on it backside, not able to do so. Alani all the way to the rack. Nothing wrong with that decision to go there. The basketball just did not stay like most that we've seen here in this basketball game. 2:51 left in the third. Tuskegee jumping into full court pressure now. Bowers slides across the timeline easily for Edward Waters, right side. Bowers lost it momentarily. Johnson catching up defensively. Now up top, Henshaw handles. On a weave, Hayes for three. Rattled it good again. She didn't leave very much space on that one. Squared and knocked it down. She's got 14 for Edward Waters. 35-24. Tuskegee, Manuel at the block. Jasmine underneath the defense, and she got good work on the inside on the Alabama power point in the paint. Jasmine with 5 now with 2:07 remaining in the third. Tuskegee trailing 35-26. Bowers out front. Brown with it. She'll work off of a screen by Henshaw. Now she's on the move, left side, back over to Harris. Harris on the move. Now Henshaw at the right corner. One to shoot, shot clock violation there by Edward Waters. Good defensive work there by Tuskegee. See if the defense can be the spark for the Golden Tigers. Scorza back out on the floor now for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters. Alexandria Johnson inbounds it to Helani Cantone. We're at 1:42 left in the third. Cantone picks it up at the mid-stripe. On a weave, leaves it for Boland. That zone defense continues for Edward Waters. Boland lost her dribble, pushes up top to Bobbitt. Now across the floor, Cantone. Alani can't get free. She'll work top of the key. Now down at the left block. Lead behind for Jasmine in the paint. Jasmine slides through to the glass. Missed on the shot there. Took a shot to the eye. And back the other way comes Tatum Hayes. Good defensive work by Bobbitt to cut her lane off. And we're down to 1:10 left in the third. Malaysia Brown with it out front for Edward Waters. Bounce past right block Harris. Down at the block, Scorza. Scorza to the glass, left it short there. Got a rebound. Bobbitt tied her up. Basketball tapped around. And it looks like it's going to stay with Edward Waters. It will belong to them with 53 seconds left. They've got 18 to shoot. They lead it 35-26. Bowers surveys the inside, pushes back out front to Harris instead. Bounce pass Scorza, right side. Turns to the glass, missed on the shot. Manuel clears for Tuskegee. Here comes Boland across the timeline. 42 seconds left in the third. Right side, Alexandria. Up top, Cantone. Helani with 15 to shoot. Back over to Alexandria. Hard push in the corner by her, and she lost the basketball. 27 seconds remains in the third period. Tuskegee with a golden opportunity that trip down the floor, just not able to hang on to the basketball in the corner. Edward Waters with a 35-26 lead. Brown comes across the timeline. Turn the shot clock off here now. 18 seconds left in the third. On a weave, Henshaw. Now Hayes handles. Trying to see if they can't free her up for a shot. She slides in defense. Now lead behind Henshaw. That one partially deflected. Good work defensively by Tuskegee on the inside to finish that third quarter with a Yellowwood block shot on the inside to stop that momentum by Edward Waters. So we have come to the end of 3 here inside of the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex at Edward Waters University, and Tuskegee trailing it 35-26. Take a break and bring you the fourth period here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Back live here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Edward Ward is enjoying a 35-26 lead as we get set to start the fourth period. And Edward Waters will have the basketball to get things started. Hayes will inbound it just to our right. Into the backcourt, Bowers handles now. Tuskegee trying to see if they can get things started here defensively. Henshaw up top. On a weave, they work it. Brown cross dribble, spins to the paint. A little bit out of control. Missed on the shot, but got her own rebound. She's tied up at the block, and it's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Edward Waters. Absolutely everything going right for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Getting every bounce that they're earning it. They're very aggressive in terms of their style of play. Down in the corner, Scorza handles. They give it on the weave. Tatum lead behind for Scorza in the corner. She'll turn to the glass. Missed on the shot. Rebound Bobbitt. Outlet pass to Bowling. Whitley across the timeline now. She'll slide in the left corner. Back up top. Alexandria Johnson up top. Cantone, short jumper in the left corner. Nowhere near the cylinder on that one. Just barely creased it down in the corner. Tuskegee very timid on their shots now. Half court set for Edward Waters. Tuskegee just 10 of 40 shooting at 25%. Whistles on the shot inside the paint. All going to be called against Tuskegee. They'll call that foul on the inside. I think that's Brittany. That'll be her third. Non-shooting foul for Edward Waters, but they'll have it with 8:54 remaining to inbound it left of the cylinder. Entry pass inside to Scorza. And she'll work off of a screen. Left side jumper. Missed on the shot. Bobbitt clears for Tuskegee. Almost threw it away. Here comes Alexandria Johnson for TU, though, across the timeline. Entry pass inside to Jasmine. Pushing back. Cantone gave up on a three-point opportunity there. Bobbitt penetrates left side and just threw it up toward the cylinder. And the basketball back to Edward Waters now. Henshaw. She'll push right side, pass Bobbitt to the rack, and Sine commits the foul, trying to catch up with Henshaw right side. So Bobbitt picks up that personal. And this Edward Waters team just too physical on the inside. And right now able to match Tuskegee's speed step for step. It's just presented a problem for Tuskegee from the word go. Golden Tigers, 11 three-point opportunities, have not converted on any of those. Meanwhile, Edward Waters, 13 of 40 shooting from the floor. And they have hit on 4 of 9 three-point opportunities. And at the line, converting both free throws there, is Simona Henshaw. Lead up to 37-26 now for Edward Waters. Half-court set, spread zone defense for Edward Waters. Tuskegee way behind the arc this time around. Cantone inside to the glass, missed on the shot. Basketball tapped around and will stay with TU this time around. Hayes with 14 for Edward Waters. Monty Harris, 9 on the inside for them. And Simona Henshaw, she has 9 as well. Those three with their points have outscored the entire Tuskegee team at this point. Under 8 minutes remains. Hughley behind the arc. She'll penetrate on the inside and got a lay-in right side. So LaDeja breaks the ice with a lay-in right side. Her second field goal of the contest. 7:42 remains. Tuskegee trailing 37-28. Still lots of time here. Got to make a charge at some point, though. Brown with it behind the back and up top now to Henshaw. They dump it down low to Harris, one-on-one, and a bumping foul call there. This one's going to go against Harris on the inside. Jasmine took a hard shot on that bump on the inside. Got to credit her. She knew it was coming. She got the full thrust of Harris on the inside and caught it near the chest area. And she's able to get up. Danielle Bolton now on the floor now. Bolton on the floor now for Tuskegee as Jasmine. She'll get a high five there from head coach Wester because she took a hard shot there to get that basketball back over to the offense. Bolin will inbound it in the backcourt. Tuskegee trailing 37-28. Hughley will handle it, and she'll pick it up near the mid-stripe to save some time. Left side, Cantone. Bob it out front. That zone is getting wider and wider by Edward Waters. She's daring Tuskegee to shoot from the outside. Cantone from the foul line pushes back to Hughley for three. LaDeja front of the iron, and the rebound fought for. It's on the floor now. LaDeja and a tie up there. Jump ball will be called, and the arrow will give it to Tuskegee. Good job by LaDeja to tie things up as she dove in there with Brown to tie her up. So Bolin will unbound it. And Tuskegee will have it with 7:10 remaining, trailing 37-28. A couple of field goals here will change things in an order real quickly here. Hughley behind the arc. Back up top, Bolin. Whitney almost stumbles but handles the basketball. Now on the move, LaDeja. Bolin for three, double B. Can't find the range there. Missed on the shot. Harris with the easy rebound for Edward Waters. Bowers across the timeline right side. Hughley almost took it away on the pass to Brown. Up top, it's Henshaw now. 10 to shoot. Pushes over to Bowers. Trying to work it inside to Harris on Bobbitt. Harris, left hand, floats to paint and got a left hand lay-in. Just worked her way out of the defense by Bobbitt and got the lay-in. She's got 11. Tuskegee with the basketball. LaDeja left side to the glass, shot it hard. Rebound and a putback on the inside. Bolton with the basket for Tuskegee. Danielle with a spark with her first field goal of the ball game. 6:08 remains and a timeout on the floor. Tuskegee trailing it 39-30 now to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. We'll take a break, see if Tuskegee can make this charge here with 6:08 left. Stay with us on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
I'm Rolandus Rice, Chief Operating Officer and the Vice President for Student Affairs at Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Back live here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Music's been good for the Tigers of Edward Waters. They have led since the very beginning. They lead now 39-30. Tuskegee got to see if they can't find an answer to climb back into this ball game. They go full court pressure as Edward Waters inbounds it in the backcourt. Bowers pushes it to Hayes. She'll come across the timeline where she's doubled immediately. Now back out front to Bowers. Cantone got her defensively. Steal there, left side by Hughley. And a whistle. He'll get Hughley for a foul there at the sideline. That'll be her fourth. Deja thought she'd come up with that steal cleanly. It'll be Edward Waters basketball instead, though. Bowers to inbound it. We're down to 5:51 remaining. They'll push it out front. Harris with the basketball. Now to Bowers. Cantone, the defensive assignment on Bowers. She'll slide left side, floater to the glass, and got a right hand floating shot going to her left. Nice shot there by Bowers on the run to the left. Just leans back with the right hand for her second field goal of the ball game. Lead back to 11 now for Edward Waters. Up top, Boland. Back out, Bobbitt. Now Boland in the corner. She'll take a three there. Double B finally finds the range for Tuskegee. That was only a 2-point field goal, though. That'll make it 41-32 after the basket. Boland, the 6th point of the ball game. We're at 5:05 remaining. Tuskegee needs a stop defensively. Brown slides left side, all the way through to the glass. Missed on the shot. Rebound and a tie up on the inside with Henshaw and Jasmine. The arrow will keep it with Edward Waters with 4:54 remaining. Looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play here. We will. Immediate timeout with 4:54 remaining in the ball game. Tuskegee trailing at 41-32 to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Take another break here on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Brown, class of 1986, president of Tuskegee University, and this is the Golden Tiger Sports Network.
Staying up to date on all recommended vaccines is one of the safest preventative care measures available to protect you and your family from disease. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Golden Tiger fans, let's all do our part to get back on track. Protect yourself and others by making sure you are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Golden Tiger fans, don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Welcome back, everybody, inside of the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Edward Waters with a 41-32 lead. Tuskegee with 4:54 remaining. Try to see if they can't claw back into it, trying to keep that 2-game win streak alive and take it to 3. Half court set for Edward Waters. They'll inbound it there. Crenshaw with it. Bobbitt guarding defensively. Crenshaw head fake underneath the defense. Missed on the shot there. Sine with a rebound. She's going to be fouled on the inside. They get Henshaw for coming over the back of Sine. That's her third. And Tuskegee will inbound it in the backcourt. Hughley will watch it roll as Edward Waters content to stay in that zone defense. Now Hughley picks it up. Half-court set. Bobbitt across the floor to Cantone. Alani across the floor now to Hughley. Ladeja down in the corner. Bounce pass Bobbitt. She'll square for 3. Sine. Oh, yeah. Bobbitt knocks down a triple for Tuskegee. Let's see if that gets the spark going. Good square up by Sine for 3. Make it 41-35. Good defensive stop in order here for Tuskegee. Out front, Bowers with it. We're down to 4:25 left. Hughley guarding closely for TU. Bounce pass, Henshaw. Sine pops out on her defensively. 6 to shoot now for Edward Waters. They dump it down at the block. Harris, she got the inside positioning on Manning. Got the layup. 43-35. Hughley all the way underneath. Lost the basketball under the cylinder. Edward Waters back the other way. 3:50 now remains. 43-35. Edward Waters with the lead and the basketball. Henshaw up top with it. She'll square on Bobbitt. Now Hayes with it out front. She's on the move. Now lost her dribble and threw it away. Here comes Cantone for Tuskegee. Tuskegee on a challenge with Cantone left side all the way with the left hand. Alani nicely done with that left hand work. 3:16, full court pressure for Tuskegee. In the corner, Hayes had it there. It's loose on the floor, and here comes Bowers picking it up for Edward Waters in a half-court set. Challenges Jasmine on the inside, and she got a basket on Manuel on the inside. Bowers with 6. Less than 3 minutes remains, 45-37. Hughley in the corner to Bobbitt, to Brittany Boland. Boland up top to Bobbitt. And now to Cantone. Tuskegee to Boland for 3. Double B, front of the iron. They had to take the shot there. Missed on that one, though. Rebound. Hayes clears for Edward Waters, and we're down to 2:30 remaining. Whistles there on a trip up there near the mid-stripe. The timeout was taken up, I believe, by Coach Jackson and the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. Edward Waters with a 45-37 lead. Tuskegee trying to make some charges at it, but just can't get enough offensive rhythm going to really close that deficit fully. Tuskegee in this ball game, 15 of 52 shooting from the floor, just 29%, and only 1 3-point basket against the team in the Tigers of Edward Waters, who are 17 of 45 shooting, and they are 44% from behind the arc. Rebounding edge to Edward Waters. Play set to resume now. It'll be Hayes to inbound it for Edward Waters. Half court set. They've got 20 to shoot. Brown out front. Slides it up top to Henshaw. Henshaw at the foul line now, going to work in the right corner. Back to Brown. Cross dribble, and Cantone took it away for Tuskegee. Alani almost on an over and back, over to Boland. Brittany on the move, left side, and she had it taken away from her by Brown. So here comes Elijah Brown. She slips on the surface and got it to Henshaw. 1:57 remains in the ball game now. Brown lost it in the corner, but it went right into the hands of Henshaw. Up top now, they got it over to Nakia Williams, and traffic inside the paint, and it's going to be against Hughley. If that's LaDeja, that's going to be her 5th. It will be against her. And LaDeja has committed her 5th personal, so she fouls out of the ball game. 1:38 remains. Back out on the floor for Coach Jackson and Edward Waters is Leah Perry, the junior. So Edward Waters will have it. Tatum Hayes to inbound it. Pushes out front to Perry, who just got on the floor. Bumping there on the penetration right side by Nakia Williams. Williams forced to come out of this ball game early. He had 4 personals, just reinserted here in the last few minutes. And she got a foul from Boland, and she was penetrating right side, so Brittany has picked up her 4th. And that'll send Williams to the line. And Williams hits the first free throw. Williams for the second, got them both from the line. And makes it a 48-37 lead now for Edward Waters. A 47-37 lead, beg your pardon. Half court set, Cantone behind the arc. Back up top to Boland. Johnson that is, with the jumper. Alexandria Johnson foul line extended with a jumper there. Give her 2nd field goal of the ball game. 1:12 left. Make it 47-39. Brown out front. 65 seconds left. Cross dribble, almost lost it. Now inside the paint, down in the corner. That one's partially deflected, but a foul call on the partial block there. We'll call that on Alexandria Johnson. So she's picked up her third with 52 seconds left. Perry shooting. Scoreless in the ball game for Edward Waters, and missed on the first. Set for the second of two. Spins the second good for her first point to the ball game, and extends the Edward Waters lead to 48-39. 47 seconds left. Tuskegee trying to find some space up top. Alexandria Johnson on the move. Jumper right side by Johnson. Missed on the shot. And the rebound cleared by Edward Waters. So Edward Waters led his ball game from the very tip. Did not relinquish the lead. And appear to be on their way to their 8th win of the season. Time taken by Coach Eric Jackson. Saw that play right there in front of him and thought his team was about to lose the basketball. So he took the time out. 23 seconds remains. We'll take our final break here. Tuskegee trailing at 48-39.
Tuskegee fans, this is the Golden Tigers Sports Network.
Hey, Tuskegee fans, I'm Reginald Ruffin, Director of Athletics, and you are listening to the Golden Tiger Sports Network. Go to you.
Hey, future business leader. Launch your success story at one of the nation's premier HBCUs. Learn cutting-edge practices and feed your entrepreneurial spirit. Tuskegee University. We get the business of business education.
Back live here inside the Adams-Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Edward Waters, 23 seconds away, but a steal there on the inbound pass by Cantone. Alani going to slide it all the way through right side, uncontested, and got a lay-in for Tuskegee. That's just going to be an issue of what the final score winds up being. Tuskegee fouls in the back court with 14.6 seconds left, trailing at 48-41. Without a doubt, this is going to be Tuskegee's lowest point output of the season. Had 50 against West Alabama, 51 against Fort Valley. Got this 41-point output offensively stings for Tuskegee. Came in with a lot of momentum into this basketball game after having defeated Savannah State at the Tiger Arena on Saturday. But just no match here for the height, length, and speed of the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters. 1 of 2 from the free throw line there was Williams. And a timeout taken by Coach Wester and Tuskegee to get it in a half-court set. 14 seconds left. You know the drill from here. Quick shot. Hopefully you make a basket and you try to get a quick steal from the Lady Tigers on an inbound play, and then if not, a quick foul. Try to manage these 14 seconds as best you can. Most of the management of this ball game went in favor of the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, just too strong on the inside, with Simona Henshaw and Imani Harris just really combining to exert their will on the inside. 13 in the ball game for Harris, for Edward Waters, and 14 for Hayes from outside. Tuskegee, Bobbitt quickly outside, fires a three, missed on the shot. Corzo got the long rebound for Edward Waters, and that'll do it. That's Tuskegee with Johnson fouling in the backcourt. Harris with 13, Henshaw with 9 for Edward Waters. They just control that paint against Tuskegee, and Tuskegee just did not have strong enough bodies to contend with them getting in for shots near the cylinder. From the line, Williams knocks in another free throw. Williams for the second of two, missed on the second. Boland's right side will take a jumper. She'll rattle that one good, but that'll just cut the deficit. The final score. Edward Waters with a 50-43 win over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. So the win streak for Tuskegee stopped at 2 as they fall to Edward Waters here. So Tuskegee will go to 5-8 on the season and 2-4 in the SIAC. They'll look to see if they can change their fortunes against going on over the weekend. As you take a look at our Alabama Department of Public Health post-game stats, Tuskegee, three-point category, just 1 3-point field goal. From the floor, 18 of 57 shooting, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Lost the rebounding edge. And for Edward Waters, they shot 57% from the free throw line, 38% from the floor. Had 4 3-point baskets that really kind of gave them the lead and put them out front. They never really looked behind or looked back after they got that early lead to beat the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, final of 50-43 in the ball game. For Tuskegee in the contest, nobody really outstanding numbers as it relates to what they've done offensively. They got 11 from Cantone. Alani with 11 points and 4 rebounds for Tuskegee. But not a whole lot of offensive output for Tuskegee in the ball game. Just could not find their spacing on the floor and had to contend more on the defensive side with the height of Edward Waters. And Edward Waters played zone defense most of the ball game. Tuskegee just not able to answer from the perimeter in this ball game, only 18 of 57 shooting. So the Golden Tigers fall this evening to the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, 50-43. Tuskegee now at 5-8 and 2-4 in the SIAC. Edward Waters boosts this season mark to 8-3, and they go to 5-2 in the SIAC. We will take a break here on GTSN. When we come back, we'll turn our attention to men's basketball. Golden Tigers getting set to meet the Tigers of Edward Waters in the men's contest just ahead on GTSN.
Tuskegee fans, thank you for listening to the Golden Tigers Sports Network.